Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, it's more Elvis Presley. This is the interview, Elvis Presley's childhood friend, Sam Bell, so it should be good.
The fence, bit of a hole in it.
Yeah.
And the Presleys, was it just Elvis or a bunch of them?
It was just he and his mother when they moved in.
Right.
Because his father was there too, but he wasn't there that much. They were doing the segregated time, so it was like, well, he lived with 4 houses there. There was white families, and he was one of the white families.
How many houses were white families?
4.
So just so I really got it, if I was building a set, right? This would be the front of, this is the front of his house.
Mm-hmm.
And that house drives back that way, and the back of the house joins the back of your land, which was a long, so everyone else African American, right? The whole area.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I tell you, this old area was a hill.
Yeah.
We was a hill. Across the track over there, shake racks. Just once you cross the track, then you call it shake rack.
So your houses are actually joining each other, right?
Back to back. But when you come out the back door, we all out there in facets together.
So basically you got a little world there.
Yeah, it was right together. It was a large place where we had to play with.
So his mama might have been on the back porch watching you kids.
Yeah, from that way. Then we had
the gang.
Yeah, and we played our little ball down there too. We went down to the baseball field.
Elvis, honey, you like your Christmas present?
Well, I wanted a bicycle, Mama.
Elvis, you know we can't afford no $55 for no bicycle.
Do they have their thing going on musically?
Yeah,
What was that?
they sent a little group and they
group, yeah.
couldn't sing. We thought we could, but they couldn't sing. They hovered in a little group and
What's
sing
that?
around, and he would
Somebody
always get the
explain what
broom.
this is.
When she bought him a guitar, he can bring it down there.
Why?
So I don't know.
Too precious.
Yeah.
But listen, what would be the favorite songs of the gang?
He used to like I Fly Away.
How's that one go?
You know, I fly away, oh glory. I like that. Fly away in the morning.
I don't know that one.
But you know what? Interesting. Everything I read about EP in any part of his life is always on about a bit like being a bird. You know, like learning to sort of fly and you know what I mean. And he loved that song.
He
Fly
liked
Away.
that I Fly Away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I fly away.
Right.
It's wherever you're close to. If you wanted to go to that church, you could go.
You could do that.
Yeah, and well, he enjoyed the one where I was telling you about the Sanctified Church, where they did a lot of tambourines and saxophone and drummers going on.
Oh, they had a band.
Yeah, that's where he liked that. We'd go down, we'd just watch.
Right.
But he would go up on the stage. He'd go up in the pulpit. If the band is the choir, the band up there singing and jumping around, he'd do it too. And he loved that. We just watching.
Amazing where he grew up.
Didn't play like that. We weren't playing. Yeah, so they was happy.
So in a way, maybe there's a feeling that
was
the
that
spirit is.
One of the guys said, hey man, said, go get that food.
Go get that
So the guy sent the usher
food.
up there, and she told him to come on, it's time to go. We need to go.
This image, man, of him being like up there amongst the band with the saxophone.
He wasn't shy. He wasn't shy.
He
No.
wasn't shy. And this movement thing, like, are you saying he's just like moving his hands around, or is he?
Yeah, he's
is
jumping.
He copying them, or has he got something else going on? Like,
He do what they do. No, he do the same whatever they do. He liked the guitar. He fantasized his guitar thing. He wouldn't have one, but he fantasized. And he'd be jumping and he'd be singing. He sounded just as well.
he was a good little singer.
He was a good little guy. Yeah.
Well, some people go
Fantasizing
like-
he had a
us,
guitar.
you know,
Like
we
air
said, he
guitar.
ain't singing. But to them, he was singing, you know.
Right, got it.
That knew what singing
I can
was.
just imagine
Yeah.
Elvis.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
Let me tell you something that, for me as an Australian, as an outsider, sometimes you read in the early parts that go, when they first had the very first recording, That's Alright Mama. You know, That's Alright Mama.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
They said that,
Yeah.
that a lot of people said that some of the early guys would go like, oh, that's a black singer, not a white singer.
Okay,
Would
yeah.
you have been able to say, no, that was, like, did it sound black sound to you or white sound, or you just didn't care, or didn't even,
Sound black to me.
did it sound black?
Yeah, kind of black to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think he picked that up just from being around you guys, like just vocally, that sort of style?
I won't say me, but
No, but I mean, you're singing gospel.
Yeah.
If you're singing gospel together,
Yeah. I have to say that's where it came from. I'm really gonna have to.
I know you're not. I'm not just being
Yeah,
nice. I know you're not boastful, right?
We did it all. That's all right, Mama.
Seems sensible. I mean, when you're like
So
7
he
years
thought-
old, you're singing and you move in a certain way. Right. How would the movement be? You got the gospel.
And then we was doing the.
Wait, okay, I gotta pause it. This is his childhood friend, right? This is Sam Belt. It sounded like black music to him. That was his friend saying that. Wow.
You remember the nicknames of your friends?
Yeah, some of them we had a Humpty.
Humpty,
Yeah, of course.
EP,
Humpty.
EP. So we had Dune,
Dune.
and we had a Boots. Boots was the fat guy.
There's always the boots.
Yeah. And Jesse was the skinny guy. He
Jesse
was tall, fast talking Jesse.
Fast talking
He
skinny Jesse.
didn't weigh 30 pounds soaking wet. Everybody up there had nicknames. And all of us was called each other fool. Fool, F-O-O-L.
A fool.
Like you a fool.
Yeah. There's always a word, some generation.
Yeah,
is
he
like,
said, what's wrong with that fool?
Yeah.
You know, go get that fool.
Okay.
Come on, fool.
Come on, fool.
Yeah,
Go
Would
get
you call
that
EP
fool.
fool?
yeah.
EP call you guys fool?
Yeah.
So your grandma really liked him?
Yeah, she really loved him.
Well, what did she like? Why was he like him?
Because he was so
He's a likable
mannerable.
guy.
You know, we was little mannish little guys, you know, but he was mannish too, but
What do you mean by that?
yes ma'am and no sir. And see, during that time, if a black person didn't expect a white person to say yes ma'am,
To be polite, to be
Wow.
yes
decent.
ma'am, thank you, yes sir,
Yeah.
but he always did that,
Damn.
and she just loved it, and my papa did too. He just couldn't believe
See,
it.
now
You
that's
don't
the
have
way it
to.
should have always
But
been
we
with
would say
everybody,
yes, sir,
not
too,
just
but
Elvis.
we had to go. We
you know?
lived
Yeah,
there.
I get you.
Don't get it.
Yeah, but he didn't have to.
And do you think
Wow.
that was because? Do you think he even thought about it? He just, or the way he was
Yeah,
brought
just
up?
the way he was. You know, they kind of looked down on him a little bit.
Why? Because poor, super poor.
Yeah, he was poor. And they didn't expect that from him, but he never lost his dignity because he was a little boy. He wasn't, but when he moved in, she wanted to know, yeah. She was very protective of him because when he come out, he jumped that fence, she looked, she see where he's going, and she's all right. Uh-huh.
And
She was really nice. She used to make some of the best Kool-Aid and some sandwiches, boy. I
Really?
tell you. She put them up in that little tree and leave us, and then we spotted them. She could ease out there and put that Kool-Aid up
you
there.
always loved them the sandwiches and stuff. That was
Yeah,
the thing, right?
the peanut butter sandwich and the banana sandwiches. I bet you I saw
Peanut
him maybe
butter
3
banana
times
sandwiches.
of all the time. He came home.
Would you say you all dressed basically the same?
Uh-huh.
Same. What would the costumes be?
Hey, look, we thought we was cool. We got the we call them overalls,
The overalls, yeah.
with the strap come over the shoulder. And while we down there playing, we'd have straps on our shoulder. And sometimes when it got too hot, we just have a shirt, just
Yeah.
a little loose outside shirt hanging out.
Yeah.
But that was our tie,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
boys at the time.
Yeah.
We thought we was cool. And when the girls come around, we'd take the strap and when we ride our bikes and show out, ride in front of the girl and do the wheels and
Yeah,
jump up and down, we'd throw the strap over our shoulder.
I mean, one strap off.
Yeah, one strap. It was cool.
Yeah, like
Wow.
Yeah.
my muscles sort of thing.
Yeah, so,
She would be quilting,
yeah.
and he would just lay down on her legs and watch the quilting.
He sit down on the floor, and put his hand on the leg, just like he was her mama, like she was his mama.
That's beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah, he just sit there, boy. And he just be studying, we tell him we just be studying development, that we call him. You ain't up to no good, you studying development.
You think he's absorbing all the time, right?
Yeah.
Learning. He was a learner, right?
Yeah, he was a learner, you can see that.
Yeah,
A lot of times we be playing ball down there. Well, I was telling you about the fairground, they had a stand down there with a fan stand.
Yeah.
And he'd be sitting up in that stand sometimes just staring
That's fair
across
enough.
there while we playing. He'd just stand across the park. He'd be thinking about something all the time.
All the time.
That is
But you're
pretty-
telling me that actually being
When he came home one day and said he gonna have to move, and I remember my grandma, she was kind of sad. She said she didn't really think he had to leave,
Right.
but he was telling the truth, because he always saying something like that. You know, I'm going to Texas or something. I'm going to somewhere.
He was
But
always
this
dreaming
time-
big.
you mean he'd say like I'm going to America, I'm going to South America, and like
Yeah, I'm going
told
somewhere.
stories.
I'm going somewhere. Yeah, like I'm going so and so. Yeah, you going right? Yeah, but this time he said I really gonna have to leave. We finna move, and it didn't sink in till later. We just thought, well, I had another one of those fantasies.
Yeah,
But
because he had these little fantasies about travel.
So I'm loading. Yeah, but it's just going, no place particular, just going somewhere.
Yeah.
And Something about Memphis too. He had Memphis on his mind. I don't know. I guess that's why he ended up there. But
Wow.
I used the word because they said I still.
So even
remember
from a
Bosa.
young age, he wanted to get
Not that
out.
He was Bosa. He just saw bigger things.
Yeah.
He didn't know how he was gonna get there. He just saw bigger things.
So he
We
already,
didn't understand it, but he did.
Yeah. You've already
He got
said
there.
big imagination,
You're right. He saw bigger things.
and he
Wow, what an interesting guy. Damn, he's got loads to say. That was great. A little insight into baby Elvis. So he lived on the hill before he moved to Memphis. I love the story with the overalls. I love that he had a style even back then. He had respect for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're black or you're white. He would call everybody sir or ma'am. It's somebody to look up to, you know? It's somebody to aspire to be. My respect for Elvis is just went up a notch because I watched this. And what an interesting character Sam Bell is. Wow. I'd love to go and talk to this guy. But it was quite interesting to hear what he had to say about Elvis sounding like a black singer of the time when he heard him singing All Right Mama. That's coming from his childhood friend as well, you know? Very controversial, excellent little interview.